Okay, so this is going to give you a brief overview of the features available on the Stanton SCS.3D unit when used with Serato Scratch Live. So, just a quick look at the buttons. I don't know if you can make these out, sorry about the recording by the way, but we've got an effects button, loop, vinyl, EQ, trigger and deck. And a lot of these have two functions as well, so you can probably just make out they change colours depending on which scene you're on. So again, you've got like a red and a purple light just to show which scene you're in. So we'll start off in vinyl 1 mode. This is going to be your library control. So you've got the bottom hand button there. You're just going to switch the cursor between my viewing panes. So I'm going to load in a dubstep track I've just picked up off Beatport. So again, I'm just scrolling down there, and you can also use your finger on the outside of the edge for a bit of a quicker control if you like browsing through a lot of files. As I've got many files in this folder, I just should use the center. 2 buttons at the top left and right hand side of the jog wheel will load it into the corresponding side of the decks. So load onto deck A or deck B, and that's pretty much all I'd use in that mode. So we'll hit the vinyl button again and we'll get going. So we've got some buttons down there. This will set the track playing, pretty obvious. You've got your cue button as well, which will set up some temporary cue points for you if you need to, so you can just drop them in wherever you feel. We've got sync as well, which is going to give you your instant doubles feature. Brilliant feature, especially for me because I've only got one turntable at the moment. So there's just your instant doubles, just flicking between the 2 tracks. You've also got a tap button, which is just for your tapping in your BPMs. Okay, so your vinyl control then. Just load up the pictures. I'm not entirely familiar with it yet, so right, vinyl mode 2. Cool thing about this controller is, which I don't think any of this can do, you can actually control the waveform. So you've got like a general control on the outside and a more fine control in the middle. Really cool if one of your decks breaks down and you somehow left out a turntable, so you can control everything within the software. You've also got your pitch control, the slide on the top left of the unit, top right sorry. So again, you can control all your pitch when in internal mode. If you have got your turntable set up, you can flip between relative and internal mode at the top left of the unit. So as you can see there, I'm just flicking backwards and forwards between relative and internal. That's pretty much it for the vinyl mode 1. Actually, you've got a few other functions. You've got your key lock. You've got a key lock feature there. You've got your pitch bend up, pitch bend down, and you've also got your center button. So that's vinyl mode 1. Effects modes, these are both for Serato's video control, which obviously I haven't got at the moment, so I'm not going to bother going through them. EQ mode, EQ1, just controlling the gain on the decks, and again this will control deck B as well if you're using deck B, and you've got a master control in the center. Okay, that's pretty much it for them ones. So the main functions I use it for really are the loop modes and the trigger mode. So just going to loop 1 mode, this is like your auto loops. So you've got one bar loop in the middle, 2 bars, 4, 8, 16, and then on the other side you've got like your smaller beats, so you've got your half, quarter, and so on. So the really cool thing about this is you can also use it with the loop roll feature. So again, really cool setup if you like the loop roll feature. Your second loop phase, so you can set your manual loops then, so you just use the 3 center buttons, so left hand side, and if you can make that up, it sets your loop in point. Right hand side, set your loop out point, and the middle button, just cancel your loops off. Pretty much it for that. Trigger mode, this is just going to be all your cue points then, so hit the top left hand button to arm it. So I'm not really turning around with the cue points there. So it's really cool as well, if you set them up right you can also like just scroll on the edge. Which you get some pretty cool effects out of. Trigger mode 2 will actually be for your sample player. I haven't really got any proper samples loaded up, you can probably just like hear that in the background. And then you also got your deck button in the bottom right, and that's going to switch control between deck A and deck B. So again I can go into vinyl mode there, and you can just make out controlling deck B now. Switch back. Controlling deck A, and that's pretty much it.